Sugar might feel like a harmless pleasure, but it's silently rewiring your brain, making you slower, foggier, and more forgetful. At first, it gives you that feel-good dopamine rush, keeping you hooked. But over time, it weakens your memory, shrinks your brain, and even increases your risk of Alzheimer's. The scariest part? You won't even realize it's happening, until it's too late. So, let's break down exactly how sugar damages your brain, the complications it leads to, and most importantly, how to protect yourself before it's too late. Causes. 1. When you eat sugar, your body releases pro-inflammatory chemicals that attack brain cells. A little inflammation isn't bad, but when sugar is a daily part of your diet, it creates a constant state of low-grade inflammation. This damages neurons and slows down brain communication, leading to memory loss, brain fog, and poor decision-making. 2. Your brain relies on glucose for energy, but here's the catch: it needs insulin to properly process that glucose. When you consume too much sugar, your brain cells become resistant to insulin, meaning they can't absorb energy properly. The result? Mental fatigue, forgetfulness, and eventually, cognitive decline. This is why Alzheimer's is often called type 3 diabetes. 3. Sugar hijacks your brain's reward system, flooding it with dopamine, the same pleasure chemical that gets released when you win a game or receive a compliment. Over time, your brain builds tolerance, meaning you need more sugar to feel the same pleasure. This messes with your ability to focus, stay motivated, and even feel naturally happy without sugar. 4. Excess sugar increases free radicals, unstable molecules that damage brain cells and speed up aging. Your brain is already vulnerable to oxidative stress as you age, but sugar amplifies the damage, leading to faster cognitive decline and increased risk of neurodegenerative diseases. 5. Sugar damages blood vessels, making it harder for oxygen and nutrients to reach your brain. When brain cells don't get enough oxygen, they start to die off, leading to weaker memory, slower thinking, and an increased risk of strokes. Complications. 1. Ever walk into a room and forget why you're there? Struggle to recall names or details that you used to remember instantly. That's not just stress, it's your brain losing its edge. Excess sugar weakens the connections between neurons, making it harder for your brain to store and retrieve information. At first, it's subtle, you forget small things. But over time, your brain starts to slow down, and those little lapses become full-on memory problems. And if you keep feeding your brain too much sugar, that foggy feeling could turn into something far worse: cognitive decline and early dementia. 2. One of the scariest effects of sugar is how it shrinks the hippocampus, the part of your brain responsible for memory. Studies show that people with high sugar intake have a much higher risk of developing Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. Think about it, would you willingly shrink your brain? Because every time you indulge in too much sugar, you're doing just that. It's not just about aging, it's about losing your ability to remember, to think clearly, to recognize the people you love. And once that process starts, there's no reversing it. 3. You know that wired but tired feeling after eating something sugary? At first, sugar gives you a quick burst of energy, but what comes next? A crash. Your blood sugar drops, and suddenly, you can't focus, your brain feels sluggish, and even simple tasks feel overwhelming. This happens because sugar messes with your brain's ability to regulate dopamine, the neurotransmitter that helps you stay alert and focused. Over time, your brain gets addicted to sugar spikes, making it harder to concentrate for long periods. Ever wonder why you can't focus like you used to? Sugar could be the reason. 4. If you want your brain to stay sharp as you age, sugar is your worst enemy. The more sugar you consume, the faster your brain deteriorates. Sugar triggers oxidative stress and chronic inflammation, which age your brain at an accelerated rate. You might feel sharp now, but if you continue feeding your brain excessive sugar, your mental clarity will fade much sooner than it should. Ever met someone in their 50s or 60s who's still mentally sharp? Chances are, they avoid sugar. On the flip side, ever met someone who seems mentally slower than they should be? Sugar likely played a role. 5. Your brain cleans itself out while you sleep, getting rid of toxins and repairing damaged neurons. But sugar interferes with your sleep in multiple ways. It disrupts melatonin production, making it harder to fall asleep. It increases nighttime wake-ups due to blood sugar fluctuations. It triggers restlessness, reducing deep sleep, the stage where your brain restores itself. And when you don't get enough sleep, your brain function drops instantly. You wake up groggy, less productive, and more forgetful. Over time, poor sleep accelerates memory loss and cognitive decline. Prevention. 1. Going cold turkey can be tough, but slowly reducing added sugars in your diet helps your brain adjust. Start by switching sugary drinks for water or herbal tea, and opt for natural sources of sweetness like fruits. 2. Every time you eat sugar alone, it spikes your blood sugar levels. To keep your brain stable, pair natural carbs with healthy fats or proteins. Think avocados, nuts, eggs, or lean meats. These help slow down sugar absorption and keep your brain energized. 3. To reverse the damage, load up on foods that fight inflammation and support brain function, like leafy greens, spinach, kale, packed with brain-protecting antioxidants. Fatty fish, salmon, sardines, rich in omega-3s to boost brain power. Turmeric, fights inflammation and protects neurons. Berries, full of antioxidants to prevent brain aging. Nuts and seeds, great for brain cell repair. 4. Lack of sleep magnifies the effects of sugar on the brain. Your brain cleans out toxins while you sleep, so aim for 7 to 9 hours to keep it functioning at its best. 5. Exercise helps regulate blood sugar levels and improves blood flow to the brain. Even just a 30-minute walk daily can slow down cognitive decline. 6. Many people turn to sugar for comfort, but it only worsens stress over time. Instead, try meditation, deep breathing, or exercise to naturally lower stress levels and protect your brain. 7. Sugar is hidden in so many foods, even ones labeled as healthy. Watch out for ingredients like high-fructose corn syrup, dextrose, and maltose in packaged foods. The scary part about sugar is that you don't see the damage happening in real time. You don't wake up one day with a broken brain. It's a slow, silent decline. One extra soda here, one sugary snack there, and before you know it, your brain is weaker, slower, and less capable. But you can stop the damage before it's too late.